A failed outcome does not automatically make your effort a failure. Okay, so welcome back to the bonus episode. I told you all that I would bring my husband Michael onto this episode because there was a part of my academic journey that wasn't just mine, it was ours. And that story involves a 2007 black on black Nissan Maxima. You remember that car?
Yes.
That was Slick, my first real car. Because I got a car out of high school. But it was a little cheap. What was it?
A Mazda Protege.
It was a Mazda Protege. And it was good for the time. It lasted a little bit. But my big girl car was my Nissan Maxima. So there was a season when I was determined to go back to school. So we paid off the car with a tax return that we received. I think the payoff price was like almost $5,000. It was for something, and we took that tax return and we were like, okay, let's pay off this car. And I think we had no car note for me for about maybe a couple of years, but eventually I made the decision that I wanted to return to school, and that meant making a sacrifice. So we sold the car. Do you remember anything about how we sold the car, or when, what, where, how, why?
I don't remember when, but I do remember selling the car because I met somebody in the Wolf Chase parking lot.
Yeah.
And I sold it to them, and yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because I think we had either gone on vacation or we came back from vacation, and I had to go sell it either right before we went on vacation or right after we got back from vacation.
Okay. How you gonna remember vacation, but you don't remember something?
Because I remember how pressed it was with time. It was like we were doing a bunch of stuff, and I either had to get it sold or get it, like.
You had other stuff to do, so that was like.
Right.
Okay. Now that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So I write about that in a book where we ended up switching with the lady at Wolf Chase parking lot. I think it was Macy's, right? Like right in front of there. So do you remember how you felt about us selling the car so I could go back to school?
I didn't mind it because thinking of you were wanting to graduate and get a degree, and I was like, well, you were working from home anyway, so the car was rarely getting used anyway. See,
you're always going to remember something that I don't, and that is true. That was a big part of it too. I was working from home and I wasn't really driving the car like that. So yeah, that did factor into it. Because had I been driving it, I don't know if I would have made that sacrifice.
We had 3 cars.
3?
Right when we sold it, because I had that Camaro and that F-150.
How did that happen?
And then we ended up, when we sold that car, you drove the F-150 for maybe a couple of weeks, and then we went and traded that in for that Ford Explorer.
How you have 2?
I had that white Camaro. Okay. That 1LE Camaro. And then I had that F-150, the Super Cab. Mm-hmm. And you remember the gray one, and we couldn't fit it in the garage, so it had to be in a. Because I remember my car was in there, your Maxima was in there, and then I had the truck out there. Okay. And then for a little bit, we used the truck as our family car, and I would drive the Camaro for a little bit, and then we got rid of the truck. We traded that in. You remember I bought that white car at that white Camaro at Ford, and then we went back and sold that F-150 to Ford and bought your Ford, that white Ford Explorer, in the same place.
Child, I don't keep up with these cars. I'm trying to figure out why you had 2 cars at the same time, though.
I think we were doing okay, and I had the F-150, and your car was paid for, so we were just kind of, it wasn't a family car. The F-150 was a family car. Okay. And then. So we went and got one of those after we paid off my car? No. We
Because I'm trying to understand why we had to have all these car notes and stuff.
No, your car didn't have a car note.
Right.
That was paid for. And then right before we sold your car, I bought that Camaro because I wanted the Camaro.
Okay.
I bought that, and we had 3 cars at the time. And when we sold the Maxima, because you were working from home, you didn't drive the truck very much. So you would just, if you needed it, you would just drive the truck.
Right. I remember whipping around the truck.
Because that's when when we had the truck, we went to New Orleans in it.
Yeah.
As a family, and the dude wrecked it.
Oh my goodness. See, our memory is different. Because now that you're saying that, I do remember we went to New Orleans. They had valet at the hotel, and whoever took it, they jacked it up.
Didn't realize it until we got back home.
Yeah,
we drove it all the way home.
They ain't say a word.
But
we way off though.
But I remember when we sold the Maxima, there was only the Camaro could fit in the garage, so I'd park it in the middle of the garage.
Okay.
Because there was no other car in there, because the truck couldn't fit in there. It was too big, the F-150.
Okay.
And then we eventually sold the F-150 and got your Ford Explorer.
Okay. And so the next question is, did you think, and it's okay, this ain't gonna be no fight, okay? Did you think I was going to finish that time? School?
Yes.
Okay. No, for real. Like, it's not a trick question.
I did because of what we were putting into it.
Okay.
I think we had sold that car for $9,000 or something like that.
No, I said $5,000.
No, we paid your school off. We did some other stuff. We had sold that car for like $8,000 or $9,000.
Oh, child! I done said the wrong price, and it's showing in the book too.
No, I think your school only cost $5,000.
Okay,
that's all we owed.
We got a little bit more back.
And
okay,
we did some stuff for Aaliyah, and for the family. Okay, we did some stuff we needed. Always, but no, we paid the majority of it. Went to paying the school off.
Okay. So that makes me feel good to know that you actually have faith in me. To be honest, that was the goal at that point, but I did not finish. And that's important because when we tell stories about sacrifice, we usually tell them when everything worked out. So we sold the car, I went back to school, I graduated, end of story. But that's not what happened. I tried, I showed up, I sacrificed, and eventually the attempt ended. But here's what I believe now. There is a difference between an unsuccessful outcome and wasted effort. The outcome wasn't what I wanted, but the effort was not wasted. Looking back now, do you think selling the car was a waste?
No. Because it financed the dream that you were trying to achieve.
So one of the things I'm learning through this entire journey is that we can't always judge an act of obedience by its immediate outcome. Sometimes you do everything you know to do. You sacrifice, you try, you show up, and it still doesn't work out the way you expected. That doesn't automatically mean you made the wrong decision. Sometimes the value of an experience doesn't become visible until years later. I think that's really good because some of the things you brought up, it just shows me that we've always kind of been resilient and we've always tried with what we've had. And so Galatians 6:9, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. I love that because it doesn't promise us an immediate harvest. It says in due season. That's the part we struggle with. So here's something to reflect and respond on. What sacrifice have you made for something that didn't work out the way you expected? And also, can you see any value in the obedience or effort itself? We sure can. So thank you for letting us share this part of our story. And I want you to remember, a failed outcome does not automatically make your effort a failure. Sometimes the seed is doing something underground that you can't see yet. Thank you so much for being here, my wonderful husband. And I'll see you all the next episode.
Like, share, and subscribe.